In this video, we'll look at images, textures, and pins. Click on File, Import. Note all the different file types you can bring in. I'm going to bring in a JPEG. When I select it, these three choices appear. All of them give very different results upon import, so make sure you're checking the correct one. An image will bring this graphic in as one picture. A texture will tile it, meaning it will repeat like a wallpaper pattern. So with it selected and on image, I'll click Import. I can actually click anywhere on the workspace to bring it in, but I'm going to click it onto a plane. Notice that the image keeps its proportions. The plane is a bit smaller than it. If I want to keep this as an image and I want the plane to be the same size as the image, I can just add to the plane. Click on Materials, and then in Model, that shows you everything that's in the model, all the colors. These colors belong to the scale figure, which I've deleted. The graphic doesn't show up as a material because only textures show up as materials. If I want to use it as a texture, I should have brought it in as that, or I could explode it and make it a texture. But first, let me just show you what you can do with an image. You can push-pull it out, and then that way it's like a picture that you can hang on a wall. Just group it, and then you can move it around. Now I'm going to select and explode it. Notice it just appeared here. Now it is a material, and if I select it, I can edit it. For example, I can make this 1 foot, and you see how it has tiled. I can make it 15 feet. Maybe that's the size I want, but I don't like the position. So I can select, right-click, choose Texture, Position, and then I can move it around. And then click on the workspace to finish. Now let's bring this in as a texture. A texture has to be applied to a plane. I cannot click it on the workspace. So click, click, and it's a texture. If I right-click and choose Texture, Position, note that there are pins here, and I can do different things with the pins, like warp the image, that's useful for straightening out a warped image. If I right-click on a pin and click on Fixed Pins, then I get different kinds of pins. I can warp them differently, or I can move it, and I can scale and rotate it. and notice the tile. I can also change the scale until I get a visual that I like. Note the other options. For example, make unique texture. If I go back to select, here is the unique texture I made. And if I select it, I can edit it to be different colors. I can change the scale. And I still have the original one. So that's an introduction to images, textures, and pins.